Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. Maybe we start by looking at the bigger picture first. Bigger picture wise, we can see that ADA is still moving in this leading diagonal, which probably started in June. I can also make the case that it started here, in September. I think on some exchanges, this here is actually the lowest point, okay? On Binance tether chart here, it's the June low. Okay, so that makes it a little bit ambiguous. It's one of the problems that we've got in the crypto space that, it's a little bit like the Wild West sometimes. You get to slightly different wave counts. For example, if I really see this as the wave 2, the move down that happened into September from June, then I would really like to see a more healthy a healthy wave 4. So really like to see that because oftentimes the wave 2 and the wave 4 have a similar length, also duration. However, if the wave 2 if we hit a wave 1 and then this short wave 2 here, and this was the 3 and this is the 4, perfect. I mean, see, that's where the problem sometimes comes, that some charts, sometimes they just don't give perfect precision, but then it's also not so important because the support levels would not really change, not much. And the overall pattern wouldn't change. So the idea that this is a diagonal would also not change. So it's really in the detail, really, things that might change. And yeah, I mean, it changes probabilities a little bit in terms of, okay, what pattern are we looking at here? And sometimes we just have to accept that, in terms of the correction, right? Because I'd be happy with a very short and shallow wave 4 correction if, let's say, we are looking at this tiny bit here as a wave 2. So we sometimes just have to accept that uncertainty and we can just really analyze what's in front of us. And the support is defined, okay? We cannot really say, okay, it will for sure go down very, deep into the support area that's defined here between 34.5 cents and 50.7 cents. But it's support, and below 34.5 cents, we have to assume that this overall pattern in which we are looking for 5 waves, this is probably not going to play out anymore. So really looking at the bigger picture, we're looking at this leading diagonal pattern or just a diagonal. And at the moment, we only can see 3 waves up into the December highs. It seems reasonable to expect one more high in wave 5. But ideally after a little bit more of a pronounced 4th wave. And then this 5th wave can send us higher. Roughly, I can give you sort of a potential target for that. You can see that, for example, the 3rd wave, I think, reached a 200% extension level. Yeah, nearly. Okay, so the next extensions would be 71.4 cents. So these are now possible targets for the 5th wave. 71.4 cents, 88 cents, and even $1 would not be unrealistic for a 5th wave in a diagonal pattern. So just want to mention that, looking at the bigger picture, going into the finer detail, let's zoom into the 1-hour chart. And the previous was the 4-hour. So yeah, looking at the 1-hour chart, we're dealing here with this consolidation. I shared with you 2 wave counts yesterday. So the first wave count, essentially I simplified it a little bit yesterday if you watched the last video. Essentially the idea is we're in a wave 4, yes. The idea is that this wave 4 could either unfold as a triangle, and I've highlighted that here in white. Triangle count of the high that was made on the 9th of December, an A, B, C, D, E structure. And yeah, I mean, it reacted here to this target area that we defined at 64.6 cents. It was the first target, the upside target. We now see a reaction to the downside. This could be the E wave of the triangle. So that's one scenario. The triangle ideally would break to the upside. Or it's simply a WXY structure, and we started this Y wave after the high was made on the 13th of December. And the Y wave is an ABC structure. A wave down, B wave up, C wave down. If that's the case, we would like to see a break below what I have labeled as a wave low. We want to see a break below that low at 54.4 cents to confirm that we're coming down in wave C. Because at the moment, to be honest, the move down looks very choppy, and it could indeed be that we're going to see this triangle here, which is okay. But then if it's a triangle, we would not see a move back into the support area. There is a very clear level that we can look at, and that's here, this 54.4 cent level. I mean, you could call it roughly 54 cents, but 54.4 cents here on Binance. As soon as we take that level out, the triangle will be invalidated. Because if it's a triangle, the E wave move down, which is currently the wave that's coming down there, should not break below the low of the white C wave at 54.4 cents. Or it's also the yellow A wave and the yellow wave count. So essentially, these are the key levels to watch. If this is the triangle, this could be the last leg down before continuation unfolds to the upside. Okay, so how to trade this depends essentially on your strategy, of course. There are different ways how this can be traded. Depends on your commitment, you know, time commitment. Because if you trade a triangle, then you have to observe the chart all the time, right? Either for a breakout or for the chart to come down a little bit more and then maybe to show a first reaction. And that's normally the time to potentially look for an entry. Or you just simply have to calculate your position size towards the 34.5 cent support level, because below that level, personally, I wouldn't trust this diagonal anymore. The thing is, trading within a diagonal is anyway tricky. Best are to look out for 1-2 setups, you know. But there are, you know, essentially there are hundreds of ways how to trade this. This is really just the analysis, okay, and the trading strategy, and how to trade this really depends on your personal commitment, time frame, exposure, trading skills, experience, and so much more. So we can't answer that for you, of course. You know, it depends on, are you a breakout trader, momentum trader, pullback trader? So many different aspects come into play there. Always bear in mind, analysis is not trading. There are two different disciplines, and this here gives you, however, the levels that you can use for your trading plan. One breakout confirmation would not only be the descending trend line once that's broken, but a break above what I have labeled here as white wave D at 65.1 cents. As soon as we get above that level, yeah, we could reach those next targets that I indicated. That's my update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.